Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to I'm Zulvandra, and today I'm going to talk to you about fifth thing that you can practice every single day to improve for your English. Learning language is like learning to play a musical instrument. You can't but just pick up a violin and know how to play it. Or less I didn't when I learned the violin. You have to practice a little bit every single day, and over time you will improve and become fluent. You can't just practice learn the day before an exam and expect to be perfect at playing that violins. And exactly the same for language. The best way to learn language is to practice a little bit every single day. And in this lesson, I'm going to give you 5 different ways to you can incorporate English or any other language into your daily life. I think that create a few of these you wouldn't have heard before. So let's get right into it. Number one, and I'm so excited to be able to mention one of my favorite things to listen to over on my video, and my first place to advise is to follow audio soap opera. What is soap opera? I hear you ask. Well, as self you tell you, a soap opera is daily serial or serial daily with the daily life and even of the same group of character, normally in the same location. Most commonly, they are television. We have lots in the UK like EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale, but I recommend you listen to audio one. There's one particular I would like to recommend. I really recommend a radio soap opera by the BBC Radio 4 called the Arthur. The answer are special for a many reasons, not least because it is the longest running drama in history. I will start in 1950, first aired in 1951, and also because I think it is absolutely perfect for English learner. If follow the daily life and dramas of group and fictional character. In the fictional country village Embrick, its episode is around 12 to 15 minutes long. I am not quite sure exactly how long, but it's definitely under 50 minutes. It's spoken relatively clear English. It's a variety of British accent and something not British accent as well other accent, but it's fantastic because the plot summaries and the post on the BBC website. I will link all of this below in description box. And the great thing about this is that the deal with daily happening, which great for your life too. Current event routine thing, and you can repeat all of the part you message. It's on every day apart from Saturday. They have a race, and once a week they condense all of the week episodes into one, and that's called an omnibus that around 75 minutes long. I love listening to the answer when I'm running and listen to every single day. And if I miss one, I will catch up. There is no beginning and there is no finish to the series. The aren't my session, so it might take you a couple an episode. I get used to the storylines. And to work out who is who and recognize the different voice, give a 5 or 6 episode and you feel really included and wonderful because it's free to listen to and beautiful products and there is a community of other fans, a lot from older, but a lot of them are younger too. If you search hashtag the answer on Twitter, big thief the here, you see lots of people talking and discussing the topic of the episode. And maybe you can interact with them. So I'm going to leave the links for the Acer episode and also the plot summaries in the description box. I really hope some of you take up this opportunity to listen to daily English audios of Opera. 10 to 15 minutes every day to definitely gonna help your listening. It's going to help you pronunciation. It's just gonna have you general enjoy it as well. And just as well cause is a great program, right? Before I get to passionate, let's move on to piece of advice number two. So so number two is talk daily with native. Now I bet so many of you you are thinking, oh, I wish I would love to talk in native every day, but don't know how to and more seem to want to talk to me. Well, I have a couple of suggestions. One is paid for, on what is free, and the best thing, in my opinion, would be a combination of the two. I took a However can sponsor this part of the video, and mentoring them is absolutely relevant for this point, especially as they offer a language exchange partner service, which I will mention in a second. But firstly, if you have heard it talking before, they are an online language teacher platform and database that's best but both native and non-native teacher from across the globe can create a profile, upload this schedule, and then you contact them for lesson. Brilliantly practice lesson at my age you can learn over 100 different language, not just English. 24 hour a day, 7 day a week, from anywhere in the world, as long as you have a stable internet connection. It's not so much more affordable that a traditional language school or an in-person language teacher. I try out Aitaki to learn a little bit of Indonesian before my holidays to Berlin, and I was blown away by my teacher. She was amazing. She had created these beautiful classes from scratch, and I learning so much with her, and I really improved my holiday, especially as the talk me to say foreign language so important. I think I have give me special offer to pass on to you. You can get uh, 10 $10 worth in a Turkey credit for free when you sign up and make your first lesson per case. All you have to do is click on the link in the description box now. Absolutely, having a parent listen with a teacher every single day would be most amazing way to learn a language. But that's possibly for everyone, every so I did you just want to mention a talkie. Language exchange partner program, I think to this, so the description box. Basically, you can search for speaker of the language you are learning, see if they want to learn for your legs, and so you can contact them. For intentionally arranged language exchange, so combine a bulk pair of chairs, and language exchange would be amazing before you can take what you learn. And I heard to the language change and verify it with your teacher for extra layer to security to make sure that you're not making any mistakes. Now, on to tip number 3. Set yourself a daily word goal. Learn X amount of word every single day. This tip is really important because it's also links to tip number 4. I have mentioned this strategy is a previous video, but I have a really important extra layer to this strategy that I would like to discuss with you in order to put your vocabulary quickly. You need to learn at least one new word per day, but hopefully more than 10. And spoke it to before about keeping a word diary. I just notebook last your phone. Keep in with your all the time, and always to be aware whenever you are. Do I know that word in English? Do I know how to say that in English? So mine C and 3. Do I know how to say the specific variety of tree in English? If you don't write it down your own language is the book in the list, and then at the end of the day before you go to sleep, recite all of these words and translate them into English. It will help you train your brain to always be hungry to English for English. Sorry. After a few weeks, you will always to looking at a few words that you can learn, words that you didn't even realize you didn't know. Now there is something else that you can do with this word, and this bring me on to point number 4. Read a daily journal with this friend, depending on your level. I would buy a paper journal or a diary. I get so tired, so evening I can't spend loads of the reading. So personally, I would buy a work week planner or homework planner or study planner where you got all 7 days across for 2 weeks. To and Tuesday I would read three. I'm sorry. Or for center about my day. Try to incorporate those words that I learned in my daily word list. The word I mentioned at the in point 3, the why not only are you learning the new word and I learning what they mean, you are making sure they are truly integrated into your brain, and also doing this before you go to sleep will mean they stick in there even more, that you can wake up in the morning, read what you wrote in the night before, and you got the word first in your head, ready for the day ahead. It honestly such fabulous technique, because it boosts your vocabulary, improve your reading skill. To it improve your reading skill. If you search the pronunciation of the word, I will improve your pronunciation and your listening skill. And if you book a session with language teacher, you can have the correct your reading. So every week you can bring that to first page of reading for them to correct. Honestly, if you do this every day, I will help you so much. Right. Time for for the last point. Point number 5. The tips to perform daily translation or subject you are interested in now. I know a lot of you want to stop translating anything in English. However, I think translation form a very important part of language learning, especially when it's around something that you are interested in. It's really good and comfort how things are said in different languages, and translation help you with that. In my opinion, is the best way to practice your translation absolutely free, which is fantastic and this right here on YouTube. Pick the YouTube that you really like, the YouTube that talk about a subject that you are interested in, maybe in photography, maybe in technology, maybe in the page, maybe in the makeup. I think so far so enough this for my video. I'm sorry for my mistake, and I think so far so enough. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.